Was it an order from the dog, like an executive or a military or some type of just superhero thing where he called us to assemble and was like, "Hey guys, it's time to violently thrash our heads."
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought
and flail around.
I was waiting for the actual question. Montrose was in order.
Yes, it was. Very in order.
Well, it had a bunch of 60s picks all in a row.
But yeah, it was.
The need for
Yeah, we kind of.
This thing ranks high. This is the Montrose album.
Yes, absolutely. It does.
Ranks good and high.
Yeah. Plenty of fondness for me on the Montrose
Yes.
side.
What are these? He owned what in the way of Montrose albums?
So it's not pictured here 100%, but my dad had a copy of
Mine?
this first
Oh
album.
yeah, you're not picking mine up.
So
It goes back down there.
yeah, but he had a copy.
He allegedly owned another copy of this.
Yeah.
That disappeared.
It might be up in town that I live.
It's like behind the fridge or something.
So, and then he had a copy of Paper Money.
Yes, I want a copy of that.
Paper Money. There it is. Definitely a marketing,
Where you can't see the group, yeah.
hard rock marketing stellarness.
And then
you
the
had,
scandalous one with the
you had
women's underwear.
Yeah. Yeah, you had Jump On It. So, yeah, this represents my dad's Montrose collection. But
And you allegedly went downstairs to purposely listen to?
oh, there was a lot of times during the summer, like when
Still
it was
blows my mind even.
when it was time for him to work, I would go downstairs and play this loud on the stereo. So, but
As a little kid when the dad has gone to work. Yeah, that's still absolutely mind-boggling
well, I mean, you gotta
from my experience as the giant generation gap.
you gotta think of the time though, like around
Yeah, it's like a 10-year difference, over 10-year difference in how old they were.
I was about 12 or 13 when I started doing that, and like
Yeah, that's great. You have actual memories that don't involve just hearing it in the background on radio at work.
yeah, and I was 12 or 13 during like the early 2000s, and that whole rock scene with like Numb and
Oh, the dismay, good.
Corn and
Good, yeah. I don't know how
Bizkit
many
and that.
times you've actually admitted to the dismay of the pop scene at a given time.
How many times did I jump at the freaking radio dial
Yep,
to
the bad juju of, what's it called? Yeah, Puddle of Mud, Slipknot and them.
Yeah, I didn't want to listen to that at all. So, I would go downstairs and listen to these
Yeah,
guys.
that's good.
So, yeah.
I didn't know him. I didn't know he had done Montrose until after knowing.
Yeah.
Until after I first learned of him. Gabriel gave me a copy of this. He didn't give me this one till later when he gave his albums away. He had this. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He had this. So I got to look at it, of course. Edgar Winter. They only come out at night. The Ronnie Montrose album.
Ah,
He was
okay.
the guitarist.
So,
Yeah, the first thing, this
yeah.
didn't involve Rick Derringer.
For me, it's second.
Yeah, we can share.
Yeah.
So then I found that one and bought that one, but then much years later, he ended up giving his copy away anyway. So yeah, you hold that one.
Yeah, for me, it counts as.
Yeah, that was Mark's again. Nice. I got Mark's personal copy of when he was a teen.
For me, it was the secondary knowledge of Sammy Hagar.
When they would say before he was in Van Halen.
Yeah, I was a pretty big Van Halen fan back in the day, so, and still am. But I was like, yeah, you mean that Sammy Hagar? And they were like, and Dad was like, yes.
Oh, I don't hate his guts.
So
I really like that Heavy Metal Noise song.
yeah,
This is the Sammy Hagar that I actually use though, and think is awesome.
oh yeah,
I'm proud as hell of Montrose.
yeah. when it
This
comes,
is one of the great hard rock debut albums of all time.
I would prefer this over Van Halen too. So,
And it's Sam. This is the only iteration of Sam Hagar.
oh, Sam.
He's not even a Sammy yet. Remember, he doesn't list him as Sammy Hagar until Paper Money.
Oh yeah.
So this is our one time with Sam Hagar.
So yeah.
Cool cover too. I love these color differences of your blue and what it is
It's some of that early '70s
and what this is.
appeal for hard rock and stuff.
Yes, my aunt. This was left over in Grandma's basement of when she was a teen and left some of her albums
Sweet,
and didn't care about them.
awesome.
Of my aunt. Well, this is Black Train. This is where you get the keyboardist.
Oh yes.
Yes. What's our personnel? Jim Alcivar.
Yeah.
Danny Carmassi. Alan Fitzgerald had been with him for a couple of these albums on bass. This is the '75 album.
Yeah, since at least Paper Money. With
Oh yes, in our difference of vocalists, Bob James.
yeah. When did Sammy Hagar leave?
I think he was only on the first two.
So yeah.
Because this is 1975.
Yeah.
And on that one,
I will.
was he still on there for Bob James?
So
Black Train. Said it was written in '71, but not recorded and released till '75.
I will go out there and say,
it's a great song.
when it was time for me to put on Montrose, I only listened to like the first album. So these bear listening again just to hear the different vocalists.
Oh, I need a copy of Paper Money.
So, but yeah.
Even if it doesn't even show the groove.
Well, you get to look at it in you get to look at the group in the inner liner sleeve. The little
One of the only
face shots.
things that has Montrose Sammy Hagar.
Yeah. So
There was that cool live thing on YouTube that was Live 74
yeah.
that had a few tracks off of both of those.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
This album cover is freaking amazing. I like it.
Oh, the Godzilla
Yep.
and them for a movie poster.
It is stylized off of that.
I was kind of blame them for not showing what clothes they have. What did they wear on stage? That's going to be my
Oh.
question of
Yeah.
my inner old teen, early 70s glam fan
They
time of wondering. I mean, they look cool. The shirtless, it looks like MC5, but still, they look cool with these necklaces.
yeah, you can kind of tell that it was a photo session just for the album. Like would have been
What clothes did they wear on stage?
Yeah.
Did they agree to have the glittered vests
yeah.
on there? It just shows him in some cool tight shirts.
Yeah, we'll need a live
It's
album.
nothing actually shiny.
We'll need either a live album or
Yes, what was that one live footage picture of Sammy? It was too small, so I couldn't see actually what
yeah. But yeah, when it's clearly time to rock, you put on Montrose. It's basically what it boils down to.
Yes, is this album beloved?
Absolutely. Like if when it's time to when it's time to bust out a cigarette, when it's time to maybe
Oh, yes, he smoked down there.
when it's time to pop open a
For
beer,
crying out loud. Yes, party zone!
and after the kids are supposedly asleep.
Jeez, in the basement of my house while I'm trying to sleep at age 10 and we're having straight up parties down there.
He would play the same albums that I played. It's ridiculous.
Absolutely blow my freaking mind.
Yeah, so, but yeah, plenty of nostalgia factor for me.
It's one of those things that doesn't let up.
No.
This album is nothing but rockers the entire time.
Yeah.
Nothing soft in there for
Yeah.
your slow song and this.
And the one time there's a slow beat.
Yeah, the speed slows down for the, like,
But-
what's it called? The Rock Candy song.
Yeah. But it's still,
It's still a rocker.
yeah, like the
These are awesome.
freaking, yeah, the guitar tone is on point.
Oh, yeah, he's great with tones.
I will, yeah. It's one of those albums that you have to keep your amplifiers set at least half, if not go all the way, because it sounds better loud. You got your awesome guitar tones.
He's bare loud play, that's for sure.
Your and as much as I hate to say it, or I apologize for saying it, or whatever, the big Bonzo Jeff Bono.
Oh, the drumming.
Drums, yeah. You get the 70s era big drum.
Who is our guys?
Yeah, we need to go over the guys first. So
This is the only one where they had Bill Church for a bassist.
yes, yeah, because starting with Paper Money, you get Alan Fitzgerald on the bass for this. So
Oh, am I thinking of Jump on It?
yeah. So
Yes, I'm thinking of the next one.
So yeah,
And then Denny Carmassi,
yeah, Carmassi,
who stayed with him plenty of times.
plenty of times.
If you don't like the boogie format, this is some of the best iterations of the hard rock treatment of the boogie song format.
Oh yes,
Like Status Quo,
yeah. So yeah,
the kind of shuffle in the beat sometimes.
yeah, you got a driving beat. Type
Only they
thing.
go out of control with it. I love how flashy all of his playing is. And all the neat noises he makes.
Yeah.
Well, remember the motorcycle?
Yeah, he did the motorcycle thing. The
And your
yeah,
space effects in the space station.
yeah, space. Yes, number 5. Absolutely killer. Just listening experience.
And your riff arrangements.
Yes.
Some of them are awesome the same way that Kings of Oblivion is awesome. There's that one little bit in there that reminds me of Chromium Plating. But definitely in a good way.
Yeah.
Actually, those albums didn't even come out so far apart.
No.
We're talking about 1973.
Yeah. Lot of good music came out in 1973.
Well, that's the thing.
So.
None of this is greasy. You just go from straight up party rocker of early 70s greatness to straight up party rocker of early 70s greatness.
It's one after the other. It's just
Yeah, this is one of those things with no skippers, over in a flash.
Yeah. It's hard for me to
Where he really gets to kick up his heels and yeehaw.
Yeah. Especially on the first album.
Sam is no slouch. You love his vocals.
Oh yes.
He has a nice power voice.
Yeah. And again, I'll definitely take this iteration over the later iteration VH2 Van Halen second generation or whatever they call it.
Well, it's one of those bridge link between.
Yes.
This is pre-metal.
Yeah.
It's back when nobody talked about metal, so it's great hard rock. This is American side.
Yes.
Another reason why I'm so proud of Montrose and this album is to balance out the...
Yeah.
73 was still like one of the peak years of second British wave.
Absolutely. We were riding out the British
Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin.
influx. So yeah,
Deep Purple in them.
like anytime an American band gets notoriety during that period.
Well, remember when Grand Funk tried to balance it out by releasing the song, "We Are an American Band." Yeah, this is great stuff. As you think of prominent examples of
Yes.
super good, non-greasy,
Yeah.
straight up 70s. I heard a bunch of UFO in the same and super cool.
Yeah.
Because they could do some of that boogie stuff too.
Yeah.
Great in a UFO kind of way too.
There was didn't you say there was a little bit of MC5 as well? Like
Oh, yes, in addition to the picture, that one that one opening riff or riff intro thing
yeah.
is kick out the jams-ish.
Oh.
The sci-fi mini plot of Space Station number 5.
Yes, it's not very often that a hard rock band does.
We're tired of living underground in this dystopian sci-fi future.
It's not Hawkwind
Good stuff.
doing it. So, yeah.
And then for our writing credits, Montrose would do most of the music. Sammy Hagar has credit on a fair chunk of the songs.
yeah,
And then the other fellas occasionally have a...
like a writing
It's like
credit.
everybody wrote it.
Yeah. So, yeah,
And
they
whoever
were
Novi is, I still don't know who Novi was.
they were fairly diplomatic with songwriting. Like, yeah, you'll see those two most of the time, but
You can find concert video footage. I didn't look up any like a TV appearance on YouTube or anything.
Yeah.
I got to see some video footage.
Yeah, we do, because I'd imagine pre Van Halen Sammy Hagar would be something to see.
Those arrangements, your neck will hurt.
Yes. I can't not headbang whenever I listen to this. Like, it's an involuntary motion.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, those arrangements in there.
The solos?
Pop. Well, I'm talking. I'm talking about the riff arrangements.
Yeah. Yeah.
That rock.
But
it's bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
Or what's it called? Bull in a china closet.
Yes, sir. Yeah, where you're just.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And then what was the other one from the other side? Rock Candy.
Yes.
What are they called? There's one called Make It Last.
Yeah, Make It Last. Yeah.
That's slowish.
But it was still awesome. That's, I think, the last
And
song.
One Thing on My Mind.
So.
Yeah, of course you're going to get what themes you expect.
Oh, yeah. It's the early 70s.
And Magoat's up there with... Who's made that... Who put that one thing with the... Golden Earring. Radar Love is from 73.
Yeah.
Moontan?
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
From 74? 73?
Yeah, I think that Golden Earring was...
Oh, I love 1973.
Yeah. You won't, like... I don't think it would...
Brian Eno and Roxy music.
Yeah, I don't think it would count as another rule of...
Aladdin Sane.
But there was still...
It's Layover.
There was a... Okay.
72 is a peak, and 73 is still pretty high up.
Yeah, there was a lot of good music.
Those live albums?
Yeah.
73 is like the year of live albums.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Having a list of debuts, when you do a thing of like top 10 greatest debut albums.
Yeah.
This ranks high for cool debut album.
Yeah, it's an absolutely brilliant first album. Like, they come out swinging.
The time was key. Great, huge amount of stuff came out that year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, as a specific listening experience,
I'm completely blown away. To me, it's like the finest it ranks up there at the top of just 70s hard rock in general.
The purity.
Yeah. It's before all of the,
when you just want 9 or 10 party anthems.
Yeah. Like, when you don't want, like...
Great logo, too. Remember that font?
Yes.
And whatever weirdness is happening with the letter E.
Great initial logo.
Yeah, that thing's awesome. I wish they would have kept that.
I don't think they ever used it.
Yeah.
So,
I wish they would have kept that.
Yeah, that's some uniqueness there. But yeah, like, any time you're not in the mood for that over-the-top glam...
For those of us that are purists for the sound of...
theater rock and what...
Kind of the connector link between what I was talking about.
Yeah. Just...
It's that party rock of 70s before it got too greasy.
Yeah. And the fact that it's...
Super guitars, crazy tones,
big drums,
flashy playing,
a few awesome bass guitar parts which you do not expect.
Sam Hagar.
And Sam Hagar.
Don't forget, it's Sam Hagar.
Yeah. So, yes. Listen to it however you can.
It's short enough, I can just listen to it twice real quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's only like, what, a 4
Remember,
minute?
we couldn't even pick, for the very last request, you couldn't even pick one.
No. That's the thing, is whenever I play this album, it's got to be the whole album.
Yeah, you may as well just binge the whole thing.
Yeah, all the time. Like
very few you can say that about.
For the,
This is an album among albums for stuff like that. There's not that many where you... Not only is it no skippers, but you really want to hear every track.
And the fun thing is for the modern technology people that have to click shuffle on their device, it's going to be just as awesome as if you follow the tracks sequence in the album. It's supposed
to standalone.
Yeah, because
they have like modular coolness of playability.
Yeah, each song stands alone as being equally awesome.
Depend on a segue or a concept plot.
Yeah, it's beautifully crafted out.
As Jimmy rides the butterfly into the...
Hard